Every time I see that TikTok of people lip sync over it. Now, how was your day today? And then the kid says, I didn't hit nobody. That was me and my son, when growing up, when both of us were growing up. How was your day today, Sam? I didn't hit nobody. And that was a blessing. So I say today, I didn't hit nobody. Not in words, not physically, not nowhere. I was good and kind today. But I realized I could be better. Yeah, today wasn't my best day. But I'm certainly banking on tomorrow. Please let me have it tomorrow. Please let me have it tomorrow. All right. Hey everybody, it's SugarPearl Studio Kitchen Live. It is time to start the show. You are in my queendom. This is where I make my magic potions. All of that right here. Let me tell you, there's so much going on inside this brain. I'm feeling Frenchy tonight, so we're going to be cooking with a little bit of white wine. It's been a while since we've done that. I got some scallops seasoned up. I just cooked off a little bit of onion and green, red onion, some spring onion, and a little spinach, barely wilted. We'll get to the rest of that in a little bit. But if this is your first time joining the show, or even your second, hey, thank you. You came back. You came back, and that's enough for me. Tell other people that we be eating good in the hood over here, honey. Oh, yeah. I ain't too proud to say it. Love me some oxtails and short ribs. Love it. Love all of that stuff. But we be kind of bougie sometimes, too. Ain't nothing wrong with being bougie sometimes. Every once in a while, it's nice to just let your palate go places. All right? So you got more than just chicken fingers and honey mustard on it. Okay. Before I get started with any show, hey, Facebook at Carla Renee, thank you. Share, like. Yeah, send me stars, send me whatever it tells you to do. Do that. Support the channel, support SugarPearls. There's so much going on, and I finally came to a place of some direction, it seems. You know, how life weaves things in and out. But I'm grateful. And I could be more grateful. That's where I was lacking today. My gratitude was low frequency. Like, that was my attitude. When you ask for Polynesian sauce and somebody brings you honey mustard, I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you for buying this $10 meal, but where my Polynesian? You know how we do. Sometimes that gratitude be a little bit lacking. And it was. But I acknowledge it. And like I say, I hope I get to have it tomorrow. If you're watching on Instagram, hey y'all. Yeah, it's your new bold chef. Not so new. I've been doing this for a little bit now, but thank you for watching, hoodie. Tell other people we be eating good in the hood over here at sugarpearlsonline.com. Share the show. Shop SugarPearls. And keep an ear out for what's next. So I admit, today wasn't my best. But, I figured tonight I'm going to give myself a beautiful, luxurious Frenchy meal. Okay? I got some scallops. And with my scallops, I got some smoked paprika. Now, most people just use it as the little decoration on top of their deviled eggs. I know what you do. I'm black. And we've been doing it for a long time. So it's just decoration. Smoked paprika it's smoked, honey. Good stuff. You want this in your cabinet somewhere. You may not use smoked paprika all the time, and there are some times when all you want to do is just decorate that deviled egg with a little bit of paprika. Okay? But for tonight, we're using smoked because I wanted to ball on a budget. I wanted to feel luxurious and sexy because I hadn't been feeling so sexy. There's been just so much happening, and I took some time to reflect based on some advice from my sister Camille down in Florence, Alabama, who really just gently challenges me all the time. I'm so grateful to have sister girls like that. Whew. So I've been practicing my guided meditation at night. And it's so crazy because when I was like, Camille, I don't know. I said every time I try to do meditation, I start thinking about all the other stuff going on in my head, and my list gets longer, and then I'm start thinking about what I should have said to him, and it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. But this week I was practicing. Just made up my mind to practice. And it's been nice. And you know how you can tell when you're on the edge of something? Yeah, after 20 or 30 years, but you feel like you're on the edge of something. Right? And how sometimes that's the most uncomfortable time. You being flexible, you being, you doing those things that are required of you. Yeah, and you're practicing the biggest test. We want to skip this part. You're practicing self-mastery. And Lord knows I ain't perfect half of the time. I know. I got face and eyes, and they do things, and they be looking some kind of way because, yeah, I do say what's on my face. I do. But there are other things that I'm learning to surrender. And that is hard. But anytime you're on the journey of self-mastery, this is Les Brown for you. When you're on that journey of self-mastery, oh my God, it hurt. I heard because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I want to cook these smoked scallops. I woke up one morning, I think it was this week or last week. It was this week. And the first post that came up was a post from my cousin Deidre. Now, Deidre's post that morning, I'm looking at it, I woke up to it, and she said something about just all I could do was heart it because I didn't have the words, the capacity for words to respond. But she talked about just how sometimes you just be crying. Because whatever it is you on the edge of got to work out, not just for you, but for everybody else connected to you. And that should be hard. And I swear when Deidre said that, it was like, how did she know? Just the night before, I fell asleep, crust around my eye the next morning looking at Deidre post. Fell asleep crying. Crying because you feel like you're on the edge and, you're ready to see this breakthrough, but not before self-mastery. That's the biggest lesson, the biggest quest. So that's where we are right now. It hurts like hell. I don't like it. It don't feel good. But you know what? I'm not having a meltdown. And that's good. Even with my neighbor upstairs who chooses to do all of their workout routine above my head instead of the free gem on the property. But see, I didn't go off. I didn't scream. I cussed the other night. I did. Because I don't understand why some people don't understand that their floor is your ceiling. That's a word for someone. Their floor is your ceiling. Your floor is their ceiling. Because you rise above. I'm available for church events. Yes. All right. Scallops. Smoked paprika, a little garlic powder, a little salt. We make sure people love my scallops, and I'll tell you the secret. This is the only secret. When you get your scallops, and I love to get them big like this. I get the little ones if I'm going to pop it in a soup or a stew or something. But I like the big jumbo. See, do you see scallop? See scallop. And people love them because I make sure that they're dried all the way off before I cook them. Did you know? Make sure they're dry. Dry them off, okay? Otherwise, they're going to get soggy, and a part of it will be tough. Let's not put these on yet. Ooh, I need for it to sizzle when I put it down. I turned it off because this is the eye that don't regulate. But let me tell you what I did earlier today, okay? So earlier, I boiled some potatoes. Now, I threw the package away, so it's somewhere down the bottom of the trash can. But I bought, you know, those little yellow Dutch potatoes. Like this. So I boiled them down. I must have boiled them for hours. In a couple of things of water, so I could pull some of the starch off. So I washed them first, then put them in clear water. A little bit of salt, put it on the stove, cover it, let them boil and get soft, pour that water off, fill it up again, just full, you're not doing the most, just until it covers. Add a little more salt, put it back on the stove, boil. I must have done that like 2 or 3 times today, you know, while I was on calls. So the potatoes are cooking, they're soft, they're those yellow, buttery, rich, Dutch potatoes. I probably don't need them, but let me tell you what I did. I'm only gonna eat a little bit. I promise nothing. I cook everything. Okay, so I made these potatoes, boiled them down, ain't take no skin off or nothing like that. Leave the skin on because it's super thin. You don't need to peel them. All right. Boil it with the skin on and everything. But you're going to cook it like that a couple of times with that salt on that eye. Just let it roll, okay? And I didn't take it off until I was ready to talk to you. So it'd be nice and warm. Okay, now let me show you what happened. So I cooked these potatoes. Look at this. Baby, ain't nothing in here but a tablespoon of butter. I did put a tablespoon because I used a whole pack of potatoes. So a tablespoon of butter. Let me just show you. Potatoes. And the smallest amount of cream. Oh, after the butter, do it together. Butter and go a couple of rounds in the pan with olive oil. Sugar pearls preferably. Look at that. Look at that. Are those the sexiest mashed potatoes I ain't put no cheese in here. Sorry, I gotta watch my facial expressions. I didn't put cheese in here. It was boiled in that water. Not stock or anything, just water with salt. A couple of times. Look how rich and creamy. I know. Anyway, I got it this creamy because it was so hot. And I put that butter and that olive oil when it was real hot. So when that olive oil started heating up and I took my immersion blender. This did it right here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. I took my immersion blender, honey, and then I started just blending. Like so. Like that. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Take that off. Okay. All right. And that's how I got that. Okay? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. That skin and everything in there. But let's just take a taste. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That was so good. That's gonna be the bed. Okay, we're gonna put what's here on the bed, but we are gonna add some white wine to this dish. Okay, so now that our pan is nice and hot, I got that first smoke off of it. Oh, I'll give you a pop, you. Here you go, sugar. Here you go, doll. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I know. I didn't, like I said, it wasn't my best work today. Hey. That one broke on me. And when you do these scallops, the thing is, you're not doing them forever, okay? This is a quick sear. You flip them over, you give them a little crust, and you keep it moving, okay? All right. This is Frenchy French. We're doing a little decadent dinner tonight. We got some scallops. We're going to add a little bit of white wine. I've got a Sauvignon Blanc to this. I'm not going to do the whole thing. This is about 2 cups of wine. Most French recipes, if you're doing something like this, would call for it, but I don't need to be doing it. So I'm going to do about half, and we'll see. Typically, you'll add this with a little bit of veggie stock or something like that, but I don't have that. So what we'll do is break it up with a little bit of white wine vinegar. White wine. It's Frenchy French. Okay? And then after we get what we need, we may add a little, round or 2 of heavy cream. But we'll see. Okay? We'll see. I'm not trying to do the most, but, I would like a treat today. Just for me. Something just for me. Okay. Tell everybody we're eating good in the hood on SugarPearl Studio Kitchen Live. Let me go back and say hey to people. Look at me being rude. Come on in. Coco Rich. Hey, is this Irma Cappy? Hey, I'm waving. Oh, hey Queen Brooke. Why am I squinting? Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? Oh my gosh. Now, I can't keep going back and forth. These aren't the ones. Hey. Okay. Hey, Krishan, who just had a birthday the other day. Hi, Richard Kennedy. Hi, T. Blunt Sr. Hey, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Ooh, that smells good. That smoke paprika is smoked paprika in. Honey, it smells good. Let's split that. Let's split that. And so what I got happening is just what I want to happen. Yeah, see, great things are happening today after all. The day is still young. If you didn't have hope in how the day went, then keep holding out. The day ain't over. Oh, you know what? I started the show, and I did not say, hey to my two favorite senior citizens. Hey, Mom and Daddy. Y'all watching tonight. What y'all doing? Hey. Gotta check on them, child. Trying to be sneaky. Alright, so I'm just giving this a flip. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I want to add my veggies and goodies back in there. But before I do that, I'm going to add another aromatic to this, and that is sage. Yes, all sorts of medicinal properties in this plant, right? This is a good one. I'm dropping it for one. And it's going in here. Mostly when you think of sage, you think of sausage, right? Sausage. You think of a pork or something like that. But we adding it to these scallops because we like using fresh herbs in our food from time to time. And this is a good one to have. Since I didn't have any to burn in the house, I get to eat it. Because Lord knows. And I've got the zest of a lemon. Ooh, baby, this is Frenchy French. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we got a little bit of crustation going on here. Let me show you what's happening. Let's go ahead and deglaze it with that wine. And we're almost poaching this. You know, this wine is our poaching liquid right now. Okay, for these scallops. Even though the scallops are pretty much done, we got, oh God, when that white wine cooks and that seafood, especially scallops, the sweetness of that sage and that lemon zest are popping out, baby. Somebody fly me to Paris right now. Look at how beautiful and sexy. And we're going to ladle this gorgeous white wine sauce over our rich and creamy potatoes. We're doing the most. Yeah, we are. Now I want to add a little bit of salt to this now while it's got a little bubble. Oh yeah, not too much because our scallops got some natural salt on them. Okay, so we don't want to go crazy. And while this is doing this, you're gonna add a butter. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and I'm not gonna do as much of that did in the potatoes, but I am going to use just about a tablespoon of butter. Okay, real butter. Put that in there. This is going to, help our little sauce to emulsify, cream up and whatnot. Okay. Just let that alcohol keep burning off. Okay, but look at it come to a little cream. Look at this. I'm dropping stuff. I tell you. You know what? I'm a mess. I'm a mess today. Okay. Okay, you see those, how they talking to each other like that? Let them keep doing that. All right? While they doing that, let's go ahead and just Continue to poach our scallops with that white wine sauce. And then we're going to taste it a little bit for salt and anything else we might want to add. I didn't do garlic in this dish because I felt like I was using a lot of, you know, aromatics. And we've got the sage and we've got the lemon. And I just thought garlic would be the most, you know. And I wanted it sexy. And, you know, I'm going to bed after this. So I'm not trying to do too much. I'm a lefty, so this is why it looks weird for me, okay? All right. I could use this hand. Yeah. Oh, my God. That beautiful. It's kind of red from that smoked paprika, so now your scallops are going to have this sweet smokiness to it. Okay, let's get just a little bit and taste for salt, which you're going to have in the wine anyway, which is why we don't want to do too much. We're going to add that white wine vinegar in just a taste. Hang on. Oh, yes, sister. Oh, yes, sister. You know what I want to do, though? Hold on, let's do this first. All right. Little bit of white wine vinegar. Just because it's a little bit milder than regular white wine, white vinegar. Okay. God, that smells so luscious. Okay, remember that zest of a lemon that we used? We're just going to, if my knife will let me, cut just a little bit. And let's go ahead and give it a little lemon juice. Baby, we French. What? French and fancy. Woo-wee! Honey, you can't tell me! Oh my gosh, this is the cookbook. Did I tell you? Did I tell you that I finished chapter 1? Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh my God, these scallops are going to be so tender. Look at this. Taste. Make sure that vinegar balances well. You can add a little bit of stock or water or whatever to cut this, but let me taste first. Ooh. Ooh. Go ahead and put your stuff in there. Put your stuff in there, boo. Put your onions and your spinach in there. What? What? Oh my God. Do you see this? Do you see this? Oh, okay. I just want you to know, because I had no idea what I was going to make today. None. But you see how good. You see why you should stick the day out? Because you never know. You might miss out on some good stuff like this. Look at this. Look at this creation. What? Are you seeing that? It's sexy, right? Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going in the cookbook. And it's Frenchy French. And we did it ourselves. It's just some poached scallops in a white wine sauce. Like I said, you can go around the rainbow with a little heavy cream or whatever, but I did drizzle a little heavy cream in my potatoes. Not a lot, just a couple of little rounds. And, you know, I like the journey I'm on, so I'm going to stay there. And I think if I do the potatoes, then I shouldn't do this too. That would be too much, right? So I'm going to just keep this as the little white wine sauce over my potatoes, and I'm going to be good. Okay? But you can totally. In fact, I recommend. Oh, it's in you. You can do this. Yes, you can. even, we barely prepped. But we're going to eat good. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know what I'm calling it, honey, but it's, all right, look at these potatoes. I can't with these potatoes. How they potatoing. I can't. Okay, let's go ahead and get, woo, woo. It occurred to me that you weren't seeing what was happening. Oh my goodness. Look how sticky, and it's got that natural to it. Ugh. Where's my big spoon? Big spoon. All right. And when we plate it up like this. Now you can do this over some grits, right? Some polenta, you know, some basmati, whatever. But we doing this over some buttery Dutch taters. And we got our spinach in there, and we got those onions, and that scallop is perfectly tender. Oh, Lord, let's plate. Just go and scoop it on there. Just. Okay. That's enough. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. Now you make it or tell folks we eating good in the hood. All right? Now I'm going to eat. These are potatoes, honey. Okay. I'm just saying. Creamy. Mm. This makes everything right. You see how long it took to make? Oh. Literally no time. Okay? I did do the potatoes earlier today. I did. Okay? That took a couple of hours off. And now we got this. I feel like I'm doing something special for myself. This tastes so freaking good. I can't even... The creaminess of this potato. The tenderness of this scallop. I know, I'm eating with a tablespoon. I'm so tired. This is what's been kind of on me. Like I say, when you're on that journey of child self-mastery, it really is a bitch sometimes. It really is. But this year I said, and not that it was a resolution or anything, but at some point I decided that, you know, I was tired of feeling not enough and not having enough. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm making up my mind. I'm making up my mind because every day it's a move toward that decision. But boy, oh boy. So, hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta eat it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Tara. Mm-hmm. 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 It's so tender. We barely cook those smoked scallops. Barely. Just enough to give us a crust. A little bit of a blackening. That's it. Then we flip it and we add that wine. I didn't use the whole 2 cups. Like I said, only 1 cup is fine. But once it reduces and cooks down by half, then you can start, adding your little splash of white wine vinegar and checking it for salt. You may decide you want to cut it with a little bit of water or veggie stock or something. That would be the time to do it. But my God, make it. Rewind the show and make it tonight. Oh, you don't have scallops in your freezer? Okay. I don't blame you. I like mine fresh too. Go get some more. You already got the onions. You got the spinach because you've been making your smoothies. Kudos to you for New Year's. Make yourself this. Go get some smoked paprika. There's no cheese in these potatoes. None. There's no cheese in these potatoes, and yet they are smooth. And look at that. There's no cheese. Just a little olive oil, butter, and a little round or 2 of cream. So silky. And don't waste your time trying to peel them little Dutch potatoes. It's meant to be eaten with the skin on. Yes. It's meant to be eaten with the skin. The skin is so thin that by the time you mash it up and get it all creamy and luscious like this, you won't know. You won't know. Well, I want to put it down, but I can't stop eating. So, oh, that's it. That's the show. Go back and watch that one and any more SugarPearl Studio Kitchen Live stuff. But thank you for watching, for watching me grow. As I struggle with my own self-mastery and, building so that I'm better and so that, not only am I a reflection of myself, but I'm a reflection of those even before me that have poured into me and taught me and deserve to, have the spotlight shown on them. Just to tell how. So I didn't tell you about my trip to Alabama. I ain't gonna stay long because I don't need to start weeping or anything. But anytime I just think about, you know, heading down to Florence, Alabama with Camille and Mama G, and, you know, just being filled with, you know, the love and affirmation of my other Alabama family. Ain't no other way to say it. People who constantly, you know, are pouring into you and letting you know, and, you know, and they're not the only ones, but I got so much freedom there and so much fuel to really tap in. That's been my mission. And when I talked about surrender at the beginning of the show, like, that's big for me because I don't like to give up control of my stuff. You know, if it's my stuff, it's my stuff. You know, I don't need you controlling it for me. Yeah, I'm making a mess, but so what? It's mine. You know, that's me. I ain't saying it's right. I'm just saying that's me. And but the assignment I got while I was there was so much more than I ever anticipated. Like, I knew I was going down there to celebrate Camille's birthday and, you know, have fun with her sister girls and turn up a little bit. But I did not know that it would be on the level in which it was. And y'all, I'm telling, I bottled it up, brought it back with me. I've been, like I said, focused on some self-mastery things. And, you know, surrender. Surrender. That's the common theme of my Alabama trip, of my life. Surrender. You know, be flexible. Even Dan tells me this. Like, be flexible. Like, you got your A, B, C, D, yeah, that. But what if it don't be that? You need to be flexible. And no Scorpio wants to hear that. Ever. Flexible. In the bedroom? I mean, no! I don't want... And I don't think I'm a controlling person, but when it's my stuff, yeah, when it's my baby, yeah, I am. So that part has been speaking loud and clear to me. And I'm so grateful for the gift, because I ain't hardly been grateful today. I'm sure I have been, but I'm grading myself now. And I don't feel like I was. I feel like I could be better. And I'm going to try again tomorrow. But I can always tell when I'm starting to feel a little bit low, it's because I ain't showing enough gratitude. That's me. I'm not talking about you. You always show gratitude. You're always appreciative for every little thing. No, we're not. We'd love to be. We should be. But the fact is, we get caught up in our own shit all the time. And my biggest enemy has always been me. Just me. So surrendering that so that I can just be is a shift. And maybe it is for you too in this new season, not because it's a new year, but because you know that some things are about to break. There's some newness on the way. And the way that that comes forth is you actually, I'm going to show you how to do it here. I'm going to show you. Okay. Got it? Okay. This is how it comes forth. All right? All right. So if you want newness, then you take this leg right here. You see how I got it held up like this, right? Don't worry about my feet. Just and then you put it over to this side, and then you take this leg and you slide out of the way. That's hard. But sometimes you got to slide out the way. And I'm growing. I'm growing. But when I tell you, Deidre, my beautiful, loving cousin, I felt your pain the other night because I too, just the other night, cried myself to sleep. You know, because you know you're on the edge of something. You don't know what it is. You have no clue, but you feel it. You feel it. So you just keep going. I often think, I'm like, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. If I just pull out now, I can count my losses and, you know. But the problem with that is, you know, not knowing the future. Not being able to look into the great beyond. Because if I stop now, who's to say right around the corner, there's newness. But you missed it because you checked out too soon. Too soon? I've been waiting for 30 years. What you mean checked out too soon? I've been grinding, holding down 2 jobs, raising these kids, dealing with this insufferable human living in my, for years and years and years. And just when you decide, maybe, I'm not saying it is, but that's the problem with not seeing into the future. You don't know. So for most of us who are just gluttons for punishment, we keep going. And you keep going too. You got out of the last hard time, and you'll get out of the next one. Trust me, I'm a witness. I've been hard down, screaming, yelling, crying, going, when is it gonna break? And then it breaks. And I'm like, damn, I did all of that kicking and screaming for nothing. Not for nothing, but you know what I mean. Just keep going. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what their timeline is. They ain't been doing nothing for 30 years. They ain't been doing nothing. Evil. So nobody has the right to put a timeline on when your newness breaks through. Just stay the course. That's the best advice. And I don't give advice, but if I could, that'd be it. All right, sugar, I got food to eat. It's been great hanging out with you. I hope out of all of my ramblings tonight, you got some sort of happy. Yeah, you're learning from my lessons, my mistakes, my... Growing is hard. Especially as an adult. It's hard. But this right here, as Frenchy French as it is, was surprisingly easy. Go back and watch the show on makeup. All right, I got a whole kitchen to clean. I love you for watching. Know that I love you. And I hope you love me back. Eat good, sugar.